Wanna go outside? Hello there friends, and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to take you along a vegetable garden tour. We're also going to take a look at the perennial beds around the vegetable garden. Get some work done too. A couple of projects that I've been putting off that I'd like to get done. This is my big guy Jabba. He's ready for his morning drink, his morning coffee I should say. My vegetable garden is going on 2 years old now. October of 2024 will be the 2-year mark. I designed the vegetable garden myself. My husband and I built it together. This space has given us immense joy, so without further ado, I'd like to give you a tour of my vegetable garden. So enjoy. And I'll try not to mumble too much. In this first bed here I have broccoli. It's not doing much and there is some white fly action going on, but what are you gonna do? These are red onions, very sad red onions that were completely smothered out by this broccoli and by the garlic that was here. That was one of many oversights for the garden this year. It also happened with the asparagus. This was also really shrouded out by the garlic. So I learned a really good lesson there that the garlic just really needs to be planted alone. This bed here I'm adding more soil to, and I'm gonna reseed carrots. Here in this last bed, there are shallots here that I recently cut back so they can start bulking up a little bit more. There are leaks in here. This is another really sad asparagus that I meant to move. It's super small. And then we also have a jalapeno and a shishito pepper. And moving on here, these onions I didn't get to cutting back, so they are looking a little sad. What variety are these? Where is the tag? These are my candies. Those will probably be ready to be taken out soon because they're getting all floppy. So we can start eating on those. Okay, so here in this first L-shaped bed, I have a ton of Brussels sprouts and some cauliflower and broccoli behind that are both been harvested already, so those need to come out. The top cloth here, this shade cloth / netting, this needs to be removed so that way these Brussels sprouts can continue to grow. As you can see, they are trying to bust out. And then here I have more candy onions on this side, and then on this side here, yellow sweet Spanish. More broccoli, love broccoli. And then growing on this arbor / trellis, I have these beautiful iced cherry tomatoes, which are about ready to be picked. So to my friends and family, come grab some. I had lettuce on both sides of this at one point, and now I just have some stuff here. Okay, now in this middle bed here, I figured I would move over here so you could really see what's going on in this bed. So this is another 4x3 bed. This one is not on a 4x4 on the bottom. I don't know why we did that. Oh well. This was a jeffbezos.com purchase, and I have artichokes growing in here, only 3 of them. They're looking really, really good. If they don't head or produce anything this year, I'm just gonna close this up so that way I can try to overwinter them, hopefully, and get some beautiful artichokes next season. Who knows? We still have a long ways to go. Maybe I'll get some this year. And then just some little red scallions in here. I had beets along here that I've already harvested. This is a very sad L-shaped bed. I had a beautiful crop of corn, as you can see, and a early frost took it, and the roots were okay and the plants did come back up, as you can see, but they really didn't produce that well at all. They were very sad. Also, this chunk for some reason died under the greenhouse. So, and I mean, that's a good solid 2 feet. So there really wasn't enough corn to help germinate all those little kernels and everything, which is unfortunate, but we'll try again. Okay, so if we turn here, here's another look of the arbor. And then in this very long bed here, I think this one was 12 feet long by 24 inches. My carrots that I've been harvesting on, let's see. Yeah, we got some nice carrots that we've been eating in here. This is a random potato that came back from last year, which I'm probably gonna pick soon. It's already flowered. Plant doesn't look too crappy yet, so I'm gonna just leave it for now. These are all Walla Walla onions. And I had a chipmunk infestation in here. I don't know if you can tell that this is a big bump. This was their entry hole, which I have been hunting, unfortunately for them, but this is just unacceptable to me. I cannot have this. I also am battling this war here under this lemony lace sambuca. I'm also battling the war there. To be fair to me, I did try doing the humane route first, but they didn't want to listen and leave. Okay, so over here is my pepper zone. Now we are in the very farthest point of my vegetable garden. We are underneath my pussy willow tree. I decided to do the peppers under here this year because they were getting scorched, really scorched. I mean, everything's all black. I haven't put stone down yet. Everything was getting really scorched last year. I really honed in the watering situation this year, so everything's been doing really good. But the peppers I decided to put over here in the shade because I really wanted to give them the best. We love peppers here. So we really just wanted to make sure that we were getting excellent peppers. Okay, so here, these 4 are all jalapenos, which are just absolutely loaded up. Beautiful fruits on them, all the way down. And then over here on this side, these are my shoshito peppers, which a lot of these can be picked, ready. They have a great crunch. This one is also a shoshito. And then here, what are these? I always forget what these are. Barren hot peppers. Oh, a piece of glass, get rid of that. Okay. Sorry, I'm a little wobbly. Here are my barren peppers. These are really starting to put on some size. They look great. And then over here, lastly, these are more cherry tomatoes. These are yellow currants. Let's see if we can get in here. There they are. And then just turning straight back around, I have a rhubarb here. It's not doing the best, but it's not hating its life in this container. And then these are just ornamentals. These are ornamental salvias in both of these barrels, which really are not producing a lot of blooms. So I'm watering them pretty much for no reason, which is cool. And this is my vegetable garden, y'all. This is where I spend most of my time. It has not been an excellent year, growing wise, because of all the garlic here. Lesson learned. I'm not gonna do that again. I'm gonna find a specific, probably I'm going to use one of these L-shaped beds for all of the varieties and just pack it. Maybe I'll do it in this bed. Who knows? I also have this pear tree. in this other large container. I don't know a lot about pear trees or fruit trees in general, but I know that this one is surviving, so that's cool. It has 3 different layers. It's an espalier tree from the company Monrovia, and every layer here is a different variety of pear. I know that this one's red Bartlett because the tag was on it when it was thrown away, but these 2 varieties here, I have no idea what they are. It had a lot of fruit on it when the season had begun in spring. It was really beautifully flowered up. The flowers were stunning. And yeah, it just didn't keep any of the fruit except for one. This little guy right here, it's nice and firm. It's trying. And the branch that broke off, the reason why it was thrown away, right here, I'm trying to correct that in a very weird spot in the middle, but hey, whatever. I also have no idea if this is going to be a different variety from this one. I really have no idea what's going on with this tree, guys. But I figured just to at least aesthetically make it look a little bit better, I'm trying to train a new branch. So, yay. Okay, let me back up, give you guys a view of what's going on. Here is the view from this side. Take a walk. The battle zone. I really, really like the yellow and the blue together on that little evergreen and the little perennial there. That is just the nicest combination. Okay, I'm gonna stop and get a better view. Also remove my cayenne pepper. So this is one of my favorite views of the backyard. This is why I love coming back here. This is why I don't mind doing the work. It's just so beautiful. I like this new addition that I did recently, which I have to weed. I moved a big grass that was here that was really impeding the view of these hydrangeas, which I really wanted to see. It was that grass right there. It's huge. See it next to that hydrangea? I don't know what I was thinking, but I easily moved it, and I decided to make a little path for Jabba. It's easier for him to move around and not stomp on perennials. He doesn't mean to, but it does happen. The back side of the vegetable garden. Secondary path, which is also going to get a little makeover soon. You can see where I've spray painted. This boxwood I'm going to move here. I have another stone that I'm gonna add to this path. Another watering spigot spot, and then more brand new beds. This guy's struggling. I'm not sure why. Oh well. And that is the vegetable garden. Let's go back in. Okay, I am gonna switch out this coffee for water, and we are going to change gears, and I'm gonna start working in these perennial beds. I'm gonna go grab my garden cart full of all my tools. I'm gonna do my walk of shame, past my trap and my cayenne pepper. I'll leave those out in case I need them again later. Someone here is having an excellent morning. Hi, big guy. Using that line that I had put down earlier, I'm cutting out more grass, so that way I can achieve a more round look. Okay, so here is where we are at. You can see where the old line was, and now where the new line is. In my opinion, I think it just looks a lot nicer. Makes it look a lot more round. Okay, so now I gotta clean it up and add mulch. I shouldn't say I add mulch. What I do is just end up raking around the existing mulch that is there. What I'm doing here is just breaking up the soil, aerating the soil. It looks really, really good. Getting those clumps all broken up. And then I will take the existing mulch and kind of just rake it over. Last June when I was developing these beds, I did put down a very generous layer of mulch, and that mulch is still stretching out a long way now to this day. Okay, I'm checking for creepy crawlies underneath this stone. I gotta scooch it back so that way I can fit another one. These stones are extremely heavy. They're just nestled into the ground. I know they're not going anywhere. They're perfectly fine for a footpath. These stones were actually salvaged off the property. They were half hidden underneath the ground. And we've been digging them up piece by piece, slowly but surely. And I am definitely finding use for them here and there. I just rolled this stone from one side of the yard to the other. It is wicked heavy. Sandals were probably not the best choice, but whatever. Well, here's where I'm at so far. I like the placement. I just don't like these two in the middle are so much smaller than these two on the outside. So I'm gonna rearrange a bit. What I ended up doing was switching out the middle one with the bottom one. And the next thing that I'm gonna be doing is prepping the area to move that boxwood. I'm gonna scooch the one next to the hydrangea in line with the other two. I did try to use my auger here, but there was one too many roots, so I ended up having to hand dig. I ended up really, really liking the placement. So I water this in, clean up the area, and button it up. Now that this project is finished, we can enjoy looking at it. So this boxwood came from here. It was kind of shrouded by the hydrangea there, and I moved it here. I'm hoping that these will kind of grow into 3 sections that morph together kind of like a cloud, if that makes sense. A cloudish hedge. I don't know. And then I added another step from that area over there, which I have steps to replace the one that I took. And I moved it here. I rearranged them just a little bit. I mean, it's walkable, and I can put my cart on it, and that's all that matters. I like having multiple entrances to the vegetable garden. And I think it just looks a lot nicer now that we've cut out the edge. I cut out the edge. And I think it just looks a heck of a lot nicer now. While we are over here, I just want to take a look at these echinaceas. This is a rudbeckia here that the bunny has been snacking on, which I don't mind as long as the bunny is not messing with these beautiful echinacea. And then through here, there's a red smoke bush. And then this little beauty right here is a hypericum. It has little yellow flowers, and in the center, these little yellow berries start to form, and then when the flower is done, they turn this like coral pink color. Prettiest plant I think that I have in my garden, honestly. I'd love to get more. Another look at this. And I'm glad that project is done. Next project is cutting out this edge here. It needs to be done before the grass takes back over. But that is for another day. One last look at the vegetable garden and the perennial bed surrounding it. Thank you all so much for watching. It's been a beautiful morning. And I wish you well. Until next time.